Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the last TBR of the year. So this is my December TBR, and I'm going to play my super simple TBR game that is going to help me pick the books for the end of the year. And I'm really excited to do it. I just filmed the video, and I think it'll go up before this video, where I was talking about all my different book lists and reading challenges and buddy reads and all these things that I had for 2022. How did I do? How did it go? Things like that. But it kind of brought some books back onto my radar that I've kind of forgotten about. So the books I'm using for this spinner game are really dedicated to those types of books. So let's just hop in. Let's pick my TBR for December. So hi, my name is Angie. Welcome to the channel if you're new here, or welcome back if you have been coming for a while. So like I said, it is TBR spinner time. I'm gonna get my phone going and we're gonna start picking some books. So I scooted over so that I can put the books up here that I am going to include in the game. So I do have some Christmas themed books, which I do have a video coming on that as well. I made a list, and so I'm going to share some of those with you today. So in the number one spot for this spinner game is Mr. Dickens and His Carol. The next one is Christmas by the Book, and then Holiday Swap. And my next section is some of the books I have left on my 2022 book list. And so number 4 is Peril at End House, number 5 is Malice, and then 6 is Shadow and Bone. And then I also have my reading challenge TBR. So I have a couple spots left on the reading challenge that I am participating in. And the first spot goes to Six of Crows because there's a prompt for a heist. And the next spot, I think it's number 8, goes to Library of Legend. And because there was a prompt for a book with like a suitcase or briefcase on the cover. And number 9 goes to The Queen's Secret because there was a prompt about a subject I didn't know very much about. So The Queen's Secret for that one. And then my last group goes to just books I really want to read. And so number 10 is A Ship of Destiny by Robin Hobb. Number 11 is All the Beautiful Strangers, which was on last month's TBR, and I still really want to read it. And then number 12 goes to Babel, which I haven't even bought yet. I do want to buy it, but if it comes up, it just gives me an excuse to officially buy it because I've heard nothing but good things. So those are my 12 options for today's spinner game. Okay, so I have my spinner wheel all set up and I'm ready to pick my books. This is my favorite part. I think I'm only gonna pick 6 books this month to give myself enough books to pick from, but not to feel too overwhelmed because it is December and the holidays and all that stuff. All right, let's do it. Spin. This is my favorite part. I know I say this in all of these videos, you guys. Let's see what comes up. Number 8. Number 8 is Library of Legend. Oh, that'll be fun. So Library of Legend. I'm looking forward to that one for sure. That's been on my TBR forever. All right, next spin. Number 11. Oh, All the Beautiful Strangers. Yay. Okay. I'm glad that went back on. I was going to just put it back on because I had it in this month's TBR in November and I just couldn't do it. So, All the Beautiful Strangers. Okay, third spin. So much fun. 6. Number 6. Oh, Shadow and Bone. Okay, I've been wanting to read this for a while. It's just the first book in, what's the Grishaverse? I can't really remember. I'll explain it all in just a second, but I'm excited about that. Oh, that'll be fun. Okay, fourth spin. So far, we've only got books that are in my stack that I don't have to get from the library. Number 4, except this one, is this Peril at End House. I'll put it up here. I literally just placed an order from Book Outlet for this book because I really want to read it. So it's an Agatha Christie. It's been a little bit and I'm just feeling the tug back to some Agatha Christie. So that's number 4. So this is a spin 5. Let's see. There's not that many left. Okay. 10. Ship of Destiny. Ah! Okay. I'm also really glad this got put on here. I feel like this game is being really nice to me because it's picking all the books I would have picked for myself. I mean, I always put books on here I want to read, but there's ones that I want to read more than others, and that's one of them. So, okay, moving on to the last spin, you guys, for December, last spin for 2022. That's very exciting. Number 2. Oh, good. So this is Christmas by the Book, or something to do with a bookshop. I'll put a picture up. Again, I kind of cover bought this in my book outlet order, so it's also coming. I was just feeling like I wanted a Hallmark movie in book form, honestly. So I picked this book up, and I will tell you about it in just a second. But that is all my spins. I'm all done. Ah, that's so much fun. It was a good one. Let me scoot over and tell you about the books. All right, so first off, here is the stack of books I own. And actually, I do own all of them. They're just not all here. So I'll put up pictures for the ones that are coming in the mail. But let's talk through them in opposite order. So this book looks so cute. So like I said, it's called Christmas by the Book by Anne Marie Ryan. So it is about this married couple who have been married for 30 years. They've owned a bookshop in like this quaint British town, but times are hard and it looks like the bookshop is gonna close. Doesn't this just feel like a Hallmark movie? And so the bookshop is about to close, and then one day a man comes in to buy a book that they've never been able to sell. And he says it's for like his sick grandson or something like that, but that gives them an idea to gift anonymously, I believe, to people who are sick or not doing well as just an act of generosity. And it might end up in potentially a Christmas miracle, right? So I just thought that sounded sweet. I'm not sure how the writing's going to be, but I don't think it matters. That's how I feel about the Hallmark movies. It doesn't matter how good the acting is. It just is the feeling I want around this time of year. So I'm very glad one of my books is a Christmas book. Okay, the next book, this is an Agatha Christie mystery. It's a Poirot mystery. Like I said, it's been a while since I've picked up one, and I'm just feeling like I wanted to pick another one up. I did see the Poirot's Christmas one, but I didn't get my hands on it, so I'm going to read this one. And I believe it was off of Chantel's Best of 2021 list, which was a book list I had for this year, and so I'm glad I can squeak it in before the end of December. And we are also hoping to run another readathon, an Agatha Christie readathon sometime in the spring maybe, so look out for that. But I digress. So The Peril at End House, what is it about? It's about Poirot, who goes to like vacation on the coast, and then he meets this young woman who is, I believe, the owner of End House, and it sounds like she has had a number of brushes with death. Like she has barely escaped these life-threatening ordeals that appear to maybe be accidents, but there's so many of them that maybe it's not. And so Poirot gets involved to solve what is happening with this woman. It just sounds excellent, and I would take Chantel's advice on Agatha Christie any day. So I'm going to pick that one up this month, which I'm excited about. And then the next one I'm very excited about is this book. So it is Ship of Destiny by Robin Hobb. It is the third book of the Live Ship Trader series, which is the second series within the whole world of the Realm of the Elderlings, which I have just been enjoying this year. This whole series took me by surprise. I did not realize I was going to like it so much. And for this trilogy, the Live Ship Trader trilogy, it has to do with what's called live ships, which are boats that come alive. And they have their own personalities and all these wonderful things. And it happens when a particular family who has owned the ship, after 3 generations have died on the deck of the ship, then the ship comes alive. And we are following the Vestrit family in particular and their live ship as it kind of goes through a lot of different things. And there are pirates and there are sea serpents and there's just a lot of things going on. It is very action-packed, but it is also very character-driven. Like there's richness in the characters of Robin Hobb. I just love it, and I cannot wait to see what happens, because the end of the second book in this trilogy was like, oh my gosh, there's big things happening. So now I want to know what happens. I want to finish this out. So I'm really happy this came up, because I probably would have added it to December's TBR anyway. So now it's officially on the TBR. The next one is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. So I am not sure if this is YA or not. I have a feeling it is. Let me know down below if you know anything about that. I'm still going to read it. I have been enjoying a number of YA fantasies this year. I mean, some have been hit or miss, but I think this will be really good. And so this is about a girl named Elena who's an orphan, who is a part of this like military group who has to go into, I believe, what's called the Shadow Fold, where there are a lot of monsters in the dark forest, basically, and they have to go in there. And when she goes in with her group, she does something magical, and she saves the day, basically. But that reveals the fact that she has magic she didn't even know she had. So she then becomes trained as a Grisha, and it's her country's magical military elite. So this is the first book in the Shadow and Bone trilogy. So I want to read it. I love the fact that it's fairly short and concise. So hopefully I can get through it and really enjoy it in the meantime. So I have that one on my TBR, which is a good balance. I feel like this is a really good and balanced TBR. Okay, so the next one I have is All the Beautiful Strangers from Elizabeth Kelfoth. And so I got this recommendation from Audrey. I keep saying that because I keep having this book in my videos, but I want to read it. I'm going to read it in December. And it has to do with this girl. Her name is Grace. And she has a mysterious past. Her mom vanished when she was younger, so she has some baggage, and she is going to this elite school in New England, and she wants to join like the in crowd. But in order to do that, she has to participate in this game, and it's described as a semester-long diabolical high-stakes scavenger hunt that will jeopardize her friendship, her reputation, and even her place at school. This was given as a dark academia recommendation, which I am all over. Let me know down below if you have any more dark academia, because I'm going to be making it a goal for next year. I think I'm really interested in picking more up. So that is All the Beautiful Strangers. The next one, or the last official book on this TBR, is The Libraries of Legend by Janie Chan. I've had this book for so long, and I always want to pick it up. It sounds so interesting. I'm just really glad it's finally on a TBR. I mean, I feel like it wins most beautiful cover. I don't know, I'm just drawn to the purples. And it is a historical fiction book. It is set in China in 1937, so it is a World War II book, so it has to do with this university. And when Japanese bombs start falling on the city, her and her classmates are ordered to leave, but I think they have to bring something with them. Yes, they have been entrusted with a priceless treasure, a 500-year-old collection of myths and folklore known as the Library of Legends. And so then they start this journey across China, I believe. I'm not sure if it's on foot, but I think it sounds so good. I haven't really heard anybody's thoughts on this. I feel like it's been out for a while. It's a book of the month book, but I'm not sure what anybody thinks about it. So I'm going to read it and let you know what I think about it in the month of December. And so that is just a really fun TBR, you guys. There's an Agatha Christie mystery, there's a Christmas book, there's a historical fiction, YA fantasy, adult fantasy, and a little dark academia. So that's like the perfect TBR for me. Short of maybe a thriller, but I do have that Agatha Christie, so I have a mystery. I feel like that's just such a good combination of books for my reading taste and the ability to kind of mood read off of that list. So I'm so excited. I'm just excited. I'm excited for the end of the year. I love this time of year. I feel like it's a time when I also really want to read. I love cozying up under blankets and drinking tea and reading. So do you love to do that? Let me know down below. Let me know also what your plans are for December as we get to the end of the year. So that is all I have for this video, you guys. Please like it if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you guys in the next book video. All right, take care.